What up, YouTube? Ed WeskerGriff coming back with a video response for Bluejacket 66. He's doing a subscriber giveaway up on his channel. I'm going to leave the link down below for his video and also his channel, and I highly urge you to check out both. He's doing a pretty insane giveaway, I must say. I've been seeing a lot of video responses in my subscriber feed, which really piqued my interest into checking out his channel and checking out his older back catalog of videos and also his subscriber giveaway. And when I watched his subscriber giveaway and saw the prizes that he was giving away, a Mickey Mantle autograph, a Joe DiMaggio signed baseball, these are, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to properly articulate it. These are insane prizes. I mean, it's not every day you get an opportunity to own a legendary Hall of Fame autograph for just making a video response. Trust me, guys, I've been in this community a long time. I've been on YouTube for quite a while. That does not happen every day. So, Mr. Bluejacket 66, your super generosity is, I applaud it. It's just incredible. So thank you for giving the community a chance to win these insane prizes and for doing this contest. So I'm looking forward to checking out your back catalog of videos, which I've been doing pretty recently. And I noticed that you did go to the National in Cleveland. So I'm hoping that you go to the National in Chicago next year, because I love to meet up with you, talk about baseball, talk about collecting. I think it would be really cool. So he asked two questions in the video response that he wants us to answer. One of the questions is, who got us into collecting, and what else do we collect other than baseball cards? So who got me into collecting, simply put, was my parents. They kind of instilled a collecting nature in me. I was really, really big into baseball, and I think a lot of that is due in part to my dad. My dad is a huge baseball fan. He's been a season ticket holder with the Phillies for over 30 years. And growing up, I played baseball, loved it, and I always viewed collecting cards as an extension of my baseball fandom. I would always go after all the Phillies and all the Cal Ripken cards, and everything else I would just kind of throw in a pile. But I stopped collecting cards, and I think we all go through that at one point of our lives. We take a break from the hobby, and I would say back in 2009, 2010 is when I really gained a resurgence for the hobby and for collecting. And coincidentally, that's when I got back into YouTube and started doing YouTube and doing the daily videos and joining this great community that's on here. So my parents, and also to an extent YouTube, really got me into collecting cards and building that up. Now, for other things that we collect, I've shown several different things up on my channel. I've shown my Gundam collection, my anime collection. I believe I also showed briefly some of the coins. I have a very, very modest coin collection. I also have a pretty modest vinyl record collection. But I figured I'd go this route and show off my ticket stubs from the concerts I go to. I go to a ton of concerts. Music is a big passion in my life. Been to hundreds of different concerts over the years. And these are just some of the ticket stubs that I've acquired. I'll go through some of them. We're going to start with 2006 at the end and then go through 2007. Not going to go through all of them, but I'll show you some of them. So these are just some of the different shows that I went to. We had a Brand New at the Electric Factory back in 2007. Say Anything and Saves the Day at the Electric Factory. That show in particular was really bad. I remember the sound at the Electric Factory blew out that night. And Saves the Day was supposed to be headlining that show anyway, but there was like a weird altercation where Say Anything was headlining, or I never got the full story, but it was a strange show. Ben Givert acoustic set at the TLA. That was a fantastic show. David Banzin also opened up. That was a very interesting show. Mastodon Against Me in Cursive. So you have a metal band, a punk rock band, and an indie rock band. So for 20 bucks, that was quite incredible. Then you got Brand New again at the Borgata. My brother was a pretty huge Brand New fan, which is why I saw them quite a few times, because me and him go to a lot of shows together. I wasn't really that big of a Brand New fan. The Bouncing Souls and the Loved Ones at the Chameleon Club up in Lancaster County. What up, Denny? Rise Against at the Electric Factory for 25 bucks. Shout out to Silver Jackify. I wonder if he went to that show. Real Big Fish and Less Than Jake. The Shout It Loud tour back in 2007. Might have went to that show. The Police, their reunion tour. I think they only did that one tour. That was at Citizens Bank Park. And then probably the best show of the year that I went to in 2007, Morrissey at the Mann Center. And then the next day, Morrissey at the Borgata. Two incredible shows back to back. Then that was the last Warped Tour I went to. The Vans Warped Tour 2007, the year I graduated high school. It was the last time I went. It was kind of a... I remember that year in particular, like not really... None of the bands that were on that bill, I think that year really... made me want to go, but it was more of a nostalgia because I've been going to the Warped Tour every year since 2003 prior to that. So since I graduated high school, it was kind of the summer of farewell. Figured I'd go one last time to the Warped Tour. Incubus, I got those tickets for free. That show was absolutely atrocious. I like Incubus, they're a great band. It was just that day, I think it was 100 degrees with humidity in Philadelphia. There was a heat wave going on, and there was absolutely no air to breathe. It was a sold-out show, and they were just shooting off water cannons the entire time in the front, so you were just getting drenched with a water cannon the entire time, and it was horrible. The Bouncing Souls again. So I saw Bouncing Souls quite a few times in the course of a year. Saw them at the end of 2006 for a holiday New Year's Eve show, and then earlier in the year, then in the middle of the year. Tiger Army. Say Anything with Hello Goodbye. That was when they were headlining. That was a lot better than the Electric Factory show. Thursday. Where was that at? That was at the Fillmore at the TLA. The RX Bandits, 14 bucks. Streetlight Manifesto at the Troc. Against Me, that was when they were headlining back in 2007. That was a little before New Wave came out. I think they were still supporting Searching for a Former Clarity. Brand New again. So, what was that, 3 times I saw Brand New in 2007? And ended the year seeing The Roots on December 30th. So quite a diverse mix of shows there. You had, if you were keeping count, you had a reggae show with the Wailers in the beginning of the year. You had some ska shows, some ska punk shows with Less Than Jake and RX Bandits and Streetlight Manifesto. Then you had the Warped Tour. You had a couple punk shows in there. You had Morrissey in there, and then a couple acoustic sets with Ben Gibbard. And then 2008, I was really going to a lot of hardcore punk shows. Painted Black, the Foo Fighters at the Wachovia Spectrum. 25 bucks to see the Foo Fighters back in 2008. I think it's like $100 now to see them. The Loved Ones with the Gaslight Anthem. That was Gaslight Anthem's first show in Philadelphia back in 2008. They opened up for the Loved Ones. I think when they came back the following time, they played the Troc. Strike Anywhere, great band at the church. Say Anything again, man. I saw them way too many times. Owen, very pretentious guy. That was at the church. Isley, that was a horrible show. Remember, they complained the entire time about how the church had no air conditioning. That's the only thing I remember about that show. The Bamboozle Roadshow saves the day. Forget who else opened up for them. Bane. That was a crazy show. H2O. May 31st. Def Cab for Cootie. REM, so shout out to Alec Bowman 53. That show was amazing. What's not on the ticket stub is who also played with REM. Modest Mouse and The National. That show was an absolute banger. Dropkick Murphys. I think that was like the third or fourth time I saw them prior. This will be the last page. I think this video is going on quite long enough. So we got Reggie in the Full Effect. James. Oh, that show was absolutely phenomenal. I went to that show not being a huge fan of James. Liked some of their music, but after I left that show, man, that show was phenomenal. That was a sleeper show. That was great. At the Troc. Built to Spill. The Perfect From Now On tour. That was another incredible one. I remember that this show was absolute pandemonium. This was the day after the Phillies parade. H2O, Bane, Energy, and Cruel Hand. That show was insane. Murder by Death at the church with William Elliott Whitmore. Very cool guy, very down-to-earth guy from what I remember. And the last one is Tom Gable of Against Me. He did a acoustic small set at the Barbary, which only holds about like 50 people. That is one of my favorite shows of all time. There's tons of videos of that on YouTube. You can go check it out if you want. But it was a very, very small, intimate set of Tom playing a lot of Against Me songs acoustically. It was really, really great. So that's all I got for you. So Bluejacket 66. I don't know if you know any of the bands that I showed off, but that's just a taste of some of my collection of some of my ticket stubs. They go. I really little mini thing. I really hate how they're going to digital ticket stubs now. I hate that because I love collecting the physical tickets, so I have a memento from the show, and you can't have a memento on a digital on a smartphone ticket. So I hate how they're going away from that. Wish they would go back to the old school because I love collecting the stubs. But that's a little something different. Haven't shown these off in years on my channel, so figure I'd show that off. So that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, get involved. Check out Bluejacket 66's channel, and that's all I got for you. So thanks, guys. Have a great one. Take care. Peace. Happy collecting.